Halo, apakah moderator udah join? Ibu Rina? Ibu Rina Mulyati, SMK 70. Halo Pak Salahuddin.
Halo, mana? Udah siap?
Ya, ini moderatornya belum ya?
Moderator belum.
Ini ada Bu Rina sih. Bu Rina SMK
Ada sih,
70. Halo, Bu Rina?
Ada, tapi dia belum ini ya.
Ya, Bu Rina minta tolong disampaikan ke Bu Mia. Sama-sama satu sekolah, tolong join gitu. Hai Bu Oli, suaranya jelas nih.
Jelas ya?
Ya, oke.
Oke.
Pak Salahuddin sudah jam setengah 1 lewat 1, setengah 2 lewat 1 ya? 1:31 dimulai aja.
Oke, sip. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, good evening everyone. Tirta Jabar in collaboration with SMKN 70 Jakarta and IGI Kota Bogor. Today we will present a webinar with the topic what is remedial class and why some students need it. I would like to extend my warmest welcome to all of you who have joined us today, especially our esteemed speakers, Miss Olivia Tomaso from IGI Kota Bogor. Good evening, Miss. Okay, as we are now in the holy month of Ramadan, we are reminded of the importance of self-improvement and continuous learning. Education is the key to unlock the potential of every individual. And that is why we are here today and to learn more about remedial classes and their significance. So let's open our agenda today by reciting Al-Fatihah. Yeah, amin, amin ya rabbal alamin. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, certainly as the host, I would like to introduce Miss Mia Utami Putri from SMKN 70 Jakarta, our moderator for today's webinar. Halo, Miss Mia.
Yeah, halo Pak Salahuddin. Good afternoon.
Yeah, Miss Mia will be leading the discussion in English. Miss Mia, please feel free to take over the moderation of the webinar now.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Salahuddin. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the warmest welcome from Pak Salahuddin. I'm glad to be here. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mia Utami Putri. I'm an English teacher at 70 Tourism Vocational High School, and I would like to like what everybody's already know. It's about today is Ibu Olivia Tomasowa's wonderful day. So we are going to listen more about what about remedial class. But before we go on about that, I would like to read a little bit. Can I share the CV or Ibu Olivia, Pak Salahuddin? Can I
Already
share?
send it to Mr. Urip. Already send it to Mr. Urip.
Oh, yeah, I mean, can I share it now?
Oh, okay,
On the
okay.
meeting? Okay. But I'm not the, what is it? Oh, okay, I'll try. Thank you, Ibu Siti. Wait. Ibu Siti, I have a problem to, what is it? To share the file here. Can anybody help me to share it, or I just can read it right now?
The file of the material.
Ibu Olivia's CV.
Oh,
Should I read it right now? No, or I just continue? Ibu
Oh.
Olivia. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Ibu Siti. I'm sorry, Ibu Olivia. Should I read it right now?
yes.
Can I?
Continue.
Okay. Okay, Ibu Olivia is our speaker today. Ibu Olivia is a Muslim, and then she was, could you please, yeah, okay. Her educational background is from Universitas Negeri Jakarta, Faculty of Education Studies, students of Education Management Department, and then she has many experiences in teaching and learning in many. Olivia, should I stop it or I just continue because
It's
you
okay.
so bit
Yeah,
shy?
it's okay. I just what is it? It's okay. Just continue. Continue.
Because as a moderator, can I give a little bit about you, a little bit information about you? Right?
Part. Okay. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, just like what everybody can see it on the screen. These are the wonderful training and experience opportunities that she already gone through until today. Okay, I would like to go on. Thank you very much, Ibu Siti, for the shared materials. I mean, the CV of Ibu Olivia. So today we are going to focus on the 5W1H of remedial. So we are going to discuss. So I'm going to lead. I'm going to lead this discussion from the material based on Ibu Olivia, and then so in this meeting we are going to focus on what is remedial, who needs remedial, and who should take the action of giving the remedial, and then when is the right time to do the remedial, and so on. Okay, We are going to listen first the materials, and then we are going to open it for the questions after this. Ibu Olivia, thank you very much. Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll make it short. So the screen is yours, Ibu Olivia. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry I give you the long CV. I didn't know that the CV should be presented to. So if I knew it, I just make it simple because I never update my CV since 2020 because so it is like the one that I have now. And okay, let's continue with this one. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, every teachers here and that joining the Zoom. Thank you so much for joining. I know it must be like a little bit tough for you because while you have to work and then you join the Zoom, and then we are now in fasting fasting month, so we do the fasting. But thank you so much. And then I still see a lot of teacher that's spiritful to learn, and then it's good to see you here. Okay, let me continue with this one. Can everyone see the wait, hold on first. Wait. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Hold on for a second. I need to, but I couldn't find this right here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share the presentation here. Okay. The topic is about what is remedial and what is remedial and why some students need it. Is anyone can see the presentation now? Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Oh, okay, okay. Here, let's see this one. Hold on. Right. Here. Okay. Remedial. What is remedial class and why some students need it? This one is I hope that our discussion today can be just like flowing, like the information not only coming from me and maybe anyone who knows. Of course, everyone already very familiar with this topic about the remedial class. So anyone that you want to share your ideas and your thoughts, please do share with us. You can type in the in the chat, or you can just raise hand so that we can discuss on it. If you have something that you disagree, or things that what I'm delivering is something that is missing or not right, please do correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so this one is what is remedial class and why students need it. Of course, we are talking about remedial class. Okay, remedial class. Before that, I hope that everyone is near with the pencil or the pen or the book. And then I hope that you can, I want you to note down about know, wonder, and learn. This is what we are going to do this one first. This is the KWL chart where you write down the know is what do you know about remedial, and then wonder, what do you want to know more about remedial, and then learn what you have learned after our our webinar. Okay, maybe everyone can just write I give you just like 1 minute to note down what do you know about the topic that we discussed this afternoon, and then you can also write what you want to know, what you wonder, and what you want to know, that you hope, that you expect that we can get it during the webinar, and then what I learned, what you have learned from the webinar today. 1 minute, you can just note it down. What is it? The KWL chart. Maybe everyone already noting down what you know and then what you want to know and then what you want to learn from this webinar. Okay, Ibu Mia, you wrote what you know about the what is it about remedial?
Yeah, remedial, what I know so far is about repeating what the students already did in what is it, assessment, I mean the final assessment, for example, or the midterm assessment, and then they just redoing what they have already had in their assessment or in the test, I mean. That's what usually did in my school. But in my opinion, it's kind of not, it's not really effective for the students because they just redo what they did. I mean, the mistake, they haven't really learned from what they did previously. So I think it's not because in my school before the remedial time, the students haven't got any what is it, more exercises before we do the test. That's what happened in my school. But I don't know what happened in other school. Can anybody share it to us?
Anyone else want to share about know? What do you know about what is it about remedial? Anyone?
Anyone
have different thoughts, different ideas, please. Okay.
If anybody wants to share, please raise your hand in the Zoom meeting so I can help Ibu Alicia to let you into the discussion.
All right.
Come on, Bapak Ibu.
Anyone want to try? Maybe you have different experience, so that's what you know about the remedial. It's you have different thoughts, and then maybe you have idea about the remedial. Okay. Don't be shy. Everyone is learning. Okay. Okay. Let's continue with wonder. Wonder what you what do you want to know from what we want to know from the webinar? So what information, what knowledge, what any sharing that you want to get from this webinar? Okay, you can just note it down. Maybe anyone want to share what do you want to know more about the webinar?
Can I share my view, Ibu Alicia?
Sure.
Yeah, what I want to know from this webinar, I would like to know more about any kind of strategies to do for the remedial. I mean, what I have done in school, I think it's not really effective for the students. So I hope I can find out more strategies for remedial. Thank you.
All right, that's good. Anyone else? Anyone want to share about your wonder, what you want to know from this webinar? Maybe you're expecting that from our sharings this afternoon. What is it? you can get something that you expect. Anyone? All right. Now the next will be about learn. What I have learned. Of course, will be the endings, like later on the at the end of the discussion. At the end of the discussion, we will share about what you have learned from this session. Okay, this afternoon. Okay, now let me continue with this one. Sorry, this one. What do you see and what is it? What does it mean? What do you see? Anyone want to share? Anyone want to share something? Okay, you can see here is the hand, but my focus is on the fingers. My focus is on the fingers. So just how 5 fingers of the same hand, so left and right have the same fingers, right? The same name, thumb, the point finger, and then the middle finger, and then the ring finger, and then the little fingers. So both also the same one, but they are not the same. If we see thumb, different look with the little fingers like that, and so on. And then it's also similar with our students. Even though in the classroom they come with the same uniform, with the same well, they bring the same book, they use the same workbook, but actually, yeah, some of the students finds not easy to grasp the lesson. Like some students maybe like just one go and then they can understand the lesson, but some of them they take a little bit time, they have to read more, they have to focus on the they have to focus on the materials, for example. So it's not easy for them to understand the topic, to understand the lesson. So such students need special attention and focus from the teachers to clarify their concept based. So actually, what's wrong with this guy, these students? Why they cannot get the lesson in one go like the others? Okay, that's what we are going to find out. And then some students might expect the teachers to move fast. Yeah, in the classroom usually it's like that. I find my student that Miss, I am here already, but while the other students will say, Miss, I'm not done yet with number 2, for example, while the others they just like so going so further, like so fast, while the others will be a little bit slowing down. Okay, the remedial classes are provided to the students who need special guidance. But remember, we're talking about remedial. It doesn't. It is different with special needs education. That will be so different. Remedial and then special needs education, like it's a different way, different path, different. For the special needs, we don't give, it's not remedial, but they are given the different program, the lower expectation program. So it's different, the special needs and then the kids who needs the remedial. Okay, even though some of the kids maybe they going to the to the public school, that not that everyone is the same, there's no not really significant for the differentiation. So maybe some kids like the simple one like dyslexia, or like only short attention, maybe they will be will be needing the remedial. Okay. Now let's me continue here. Okay, the remedial. I am using the W5. Yeah, the W5 and 1H. So there we have what is remedial, who do need the remedial, who take the action of doing the remedial. So in who there are the objects and the other one the subject. And then when is the right time for doing or having remedial? Where should the remedial be done, and why is remedial important? And the last one, how to work on the remedial classes. So far in our classroom for the remedial, which is like seeing the kids from the last result, from maybe from the formative or from the summative. So just only using that, that's our what is it, our basic to give the kids the remedial. But actually far from that, far before doing the summative, yeah, we already can notify the kids actually needs the remedial. Okay, let's see the one by one. Share your work. Okay, on number one is, what is remedial? There is a quote from Robert John Meehan. Every child has a different learning style and pace. Each child is unique, not only capable of learning, but also capable of succeeding. See, so from this quote, it's saying that we have every child have their own way to learn. Not all the children have the same, all students, yeah, let's change it into the student. Not all the students learn in the same way and in the same pace. Pace is just like it's like the how they're fast, moving faster in the understanding the lesson. So not all of them have the learning style, as we know that maybe some of them they are visual, maybe, or maybe like they need more reading or doing it, yeah. But that's the unique. That's why everyone is unique. That's we know. Then that one is also what determine. Will determine their success. Like, yeah, the way they're learning is also can be like making a variative success in the future. Okay, remedial classes are designed to close the gaps between what students know and what they are expected to know. The remedial classes are designed to close the gaps between what students know and what they are expected to know. So there's a gaps. So in making the lesson plan, any kind of the curriculum, of course, when we are teaching, we need to make the, what is it, we need to make the lesson plans. We need to make the lesson plans. So in the lesson plans, everyone have the aim, the objectives that we have to, what that we expect all the students can achieve it. Yeah, but maybe that some student will have the gaps. They cannot reach the expectation. They are hanging there and don't know what to do, and then they get lost. And then well, if we as the teacher just like we don't notice it, or we notice it but we just like it's okay, then these students will be just like lost and then lost and then lost. You know, sometimes the lesson is about the sequencing, right? And like now is about what is it, first step, and then in the term 2 will be the second test step. So if in one step they don't they cannot they don't adequate the topic, so how can they go, they elevate themselves to the second steps, for example. Okay. So far in here, anyone want to share about remedial class? Is it clear enough what I'm sharing to you?
Okay, what about you? If anyone wants to share or wants to give any
Maybe
comments
about
to
the
that.
quotes, you have experience about it. You saw, like, you know, you meet your student like, what is it? Like years ago, they just like this, but now they come to you and then they already like amazing like that. Anyone want to share? I think it's also, I mean, it's okay to speak. I mean, no need to be shy. Maybe just okay. I think in this what is it, in this webinar, we also practicing our English, right? So it's okay, I think. Anyone? Okay, if it's not, I will just like continue. The two, who do need the remedial? Of course, the one who need the remedial students. And then who takes the action of doing the remedial is, of course, the teachers. Actually, I'm not saying only teachers. Who takes the action of the remedial, of doing the remedial, it will be like the students community. The students community, like what? Later on, when doing the remedial, of course, we will involve the parents, we will involve other subject teachers. We also will see whether these kids, these students, need professionals or not. Okay. Now, when is the best time of doing or having the remedial? Okay. These are 5 things that can be as your, what is it, yeah, what is it, giving you the idea of what, giving you idea when you see the kids like this. If you see the student spend too much time on homework, sudden refusal to talk about the topic learned, usually like that. So they also, their teachers have expressed the concern and act intolerant attitudes in class or school, struggling to write phonetics, awareness, or reading. So this is 5 of the aspects that you can find out when your child, when is a student need the remedial. Usually they spend too much time on homework. Like, maybe you have to ask why you don't send the homework, you don't submit the home. Well, why didn't you submit the homework now? Maybe if you just get closer to the kids, maybe they have problem with this. I mean, they don't understand, they don't know what to do, and then they so that they delay sending the homework, and then sudden refusal to talk about the topic learned. Usually it happens in my classroom when the topic is the sequence, like for example in science, usually we talk about, like, for example, we talk about the matters. So the characteristic of the matters, and then in the term 2 we're talking about the properties of the matters. Usually if they don't really get the point in the first sequence, the characters of the matters, they cannot they cannot continue with the next topic, the next properties and characteristics. I think it's the same. They cannot go to the next topic. Okay, and then their teachers have expressed the concern. Now, usually some teachers already noticed that these kids, actually the students, actually need something more in catching up, or in grasping the topic, the lesson. Act intolerant attitudes in class or school. Yeah, usually because of, sometimes it's like it attacks their self-confidence, it attacks their what is it, their it attacks them, like they feel not comfortable, and then they feel like everyone what is it, blame, maybe blame them. I found it like this. I found these cases like this. I found like some kids like this kid, actually I have one. This kid actually didn't understand the topic that we discussed in the classroom. One time he worked in a group. He worked in a group while the other like giving in the group. So during the work discussion or group work, they divided the work. So this child cannot do anything with the work because actually he didn't understand at all about the topic. And then everyone blame him. Oh, you, because of you, we cannot do this, we cannot complete it on time. You do your task. Everyone has done except you. So blaming. So it attacks them. It attacks their self-confidence. And sometimes this kid, they reveal intolerant attitudes. Struggling to write phonetics, awareness, or reading. Usually it's like struggling to write. It's usually happen in the small classes or in the elementary. Struggling to write. They struggle to write. They struggle to to put their ideas on papers, even though. And then even though we ask them to talk, if they don't know, usually aside of write, they also can say it. Like, what is a tree, for example? If they cannot write, usually we ask them, oh yeah, okay, you can say it. But if they don't understand the topic, they're struggling to write, of course, they're also struggling to say it. And then phonetics awareness and or reading or e-reading. Let me continue again. Where should be the remedial be done? Where should the remedial be done? Okay, the remedial can be done in the classroom, in the labs. It doesn't mean only in the classroom, actually, in good place, good learning. So you can go with the kids, maybe you can go like outside, go with the kids, or you can do the practical. Usually, the kindergarten kids, like, they really need something to do, so to understand, or watching in the library, it's okay. You can do the remedial in anywhere, as long as the remedial, as long as the place can provide the information that the kids needs. Even though only reading book together in the school yard, it's okay. That's the remedial. Why is remedial important? According to a study, remedial courses have academic, social, psychological, economic, and career development impacts on students' lives. Moreover, as students' school success improved, students learned how to spend their leisure time effectively in a secure environment, become socialized, increased their self-confidence, and realize their potential. See, so when we give them the remedial, they will have self-confidence and they know their potential. We help them to find about himself, to find out about himself, to reveal himself or herself. How to work on the remedial classes. Pupils may encounter different problems in their studies. Therefore, teachers should carefully observe the learning process of individual pupils in class. Whenever necessary, they should provide individualized remedial teaching before and after class, during recess or lunch times, or so that they can remove their learning obstacles as soon as possible. When marking assignments, teachers should take note of the common errors of pupils and deliver the correct concept and knowledge to them promptly. Okay, this is the big, I write this one, the one that I have here is just the big, the big point, yeah, that later on maybe I hope I can deliver it one by one the meaning. Okay, so far from the W 5W and 1H, anyone have questions?
Okay, can I have a question, Ibu Alicia, as a moderator? Or anyone wants to ask something? Is it clear enough for Bapak Ibu here?
Anyone have the experience in the school during the teaching time? You find the students that really need remedials?
Or can I have a question, Alicia? Is it okay if it is me?
Yeah, it's okay. Ask.
Okay. Okay, Alicia. I would like to ask you, what you have explained previously, is it okay to have remedial in a group, or is it just only for individual students? I mean, is it for only one by one, or it can be done in a group of students that have remedial?
Okay, yes, that's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, the remedial can be done group or individual. It depends on how many kids in the classroom, maybe that needs the remedial. And then it's also about, we're talking about the same, like like for example, usually we just differentiate, and then we differentiate the kids, right? And then if they have the same level of missing the understanding, so we can just group them together. And then if usually for the very special one that really they don't get the basic of the lesson, usually I will give them individual. So usually we have to check first their formative, their summative, usually they're also their their involvement in the classroom, like during the discussion or in a group work or in the individual work. After we just like noting down all of them, and then we can see that who needs the remedial. And if it's like they really need remedial one by one, then we have to give it one by one. But if it's like several kids probably in the same level of missing the understanding, then we can just group them and then do it in the group work. Is it?
Okay. It's clear, Alicia. So, but I just want, so we have to classify their, by based on what the missing information, based on the group of the students, we regroup the students based on what the information that have been missing for them. Is it right? So we can group them.
Yeah, usually what happened in the classroom, like me also, like we just do the remedial, like for example, it's like you just like say, when we saw the kids like the score is under the KKM, and then we just give the remedial. We just repeat the same, probably sometimes we just repeat the same math problem, like for example the problems, and then ask them to do it again. But actually for the remedial, actually before they're doing the same test again, they need a discussion with you. They need, because it's useless if you just like giving them the same assessment, and then they have to do it again. Like just like one night, okay, your score is under the KKM. So next week you have the remedial, but when they get the remedial, it's just like they have to do the same assessment again, then they study again. So it is better for you to do the class, to do this identifying first the kids who needs the remedial, and then just like group them if it is needed. And then if it's very crucial, one kid have the crucial problem, very need he or she needs one by one, then you can do it one by one. Can I continue?
Yes, thank you, Ibu Alicia.
Okay, this one. Oh, okay. I have to move this one first. All right. So the process of remedial teaching. The remedial teaching. Okay. First is about the curriculum adaptation. Curriculum adaptation. So when we are going to develop a remedial teaching program, firstly we have to do the curriculum adaptation. Teachers set some teaching objectives which are easy to achieve to ensure that pupils may acquire the knowledge as desired after the completion of each module. So the first process of making the remedial program is we set the objectives, but we lower down the we lower down the objectives. We lower down the objectives, like for example the simple one here, because I'm so sorry, if I don't give the higher level higher level examples, because I teach for the primary school. So like for example in the primary, like they are teaching like for example, I'm teaching about about in maths. Yeah, in maths, like for example, I teach about two-digit numbers. But if they two-digit numbers, then I find the kids that they don't understand what is two-digit numbers. They cannot say the value, the place and the value. So I have to lower down. I have to explain first what is two-digit numbers before I go with place and value topics. Now, homework policies. Later on in the I will explain what should we do to have to give the students homework. Homework policies. Schools should formulate clear policies on homework, which should be reviewed regularly. The assignments should be targeted at the teaching objectives and serve the purpose of learning. Okay, and then I will continue first later before I go what is the homework policies. Formulating the teaching plans. Now, we have to, when we want to do the remedial, of course, we still have to make the plans. We have to make the plans. Then, since remedial means that to help your child, your students close the gaps, so it means that you have to make the lesson delivered in easy way for them, the easiest way for them. So it can be practical or it can be theories. Yeah, practical and or theories. So which one is more comfortable for your students to have the remedial program. That's how to formulating the teaching plans. You have to plan first what you are going to do with the remedial, and then which part of the subject, which part of the lesson that these kids actually cannot understand it. The next, setting the learning environment. Well-designed learning environment with teaching activities, aids, and supporting materials helps to maintain pupils' attention and interest in learning and facilitates the achievement of teaching aims. Sorry, this is in other hand. I just got it missing the words. Okay, so it is very important to set the learning environment. It's like I said just now, where can we do the remedial? We can do it in the library, we can do it in the schoolyard, we can do it in the labs, or we just can do it in the corner of the classroom, or in the reading corner, or in the morning meeting areas, in any, as long as that place can provide the learning for the kids, supporting the kids with the materials. So setting the learning environment is very important. Like, so I don't know if it's baku. what is it? We don't just like everyone have to sit on the chair. The remedial will be done at this time, at this time. No, it's okay. Maybe just make it more comfortable, especially for those who like, for example, the one that really need one by one. Usually they actually already have like confidence. They have like confidence. They really need us to be more careful with the saying. With the saying or with the teaching, like maybe more private with them, so that we set the environment, the learning environment, that very, very, very comfortable for him or her to learn. Individualized, okay, this one is different already. Remedial teaching strategies. Okay, remedial teaching strategies. We are after the process of remedial teaching. Now we go to the remedial teaching strategies. We have the strategies. One is individualized educational program. So individualized educational program, like Ibu Mian asked just now, whether can it be personal or can be in a group. So it's the answer. So the strategy can be individualized, individualized or in a group. Teaching can be done in small groups or for individuals. See this. So the remedial we can just do in many ways, and then the more effective is just like small group or for individuals. And then peer support program. This is like peer, what is it? Peer tutoring. Usually it's fun. It is for the elementary student. It is fun to have the peer support, to have the peer tutoring. Like we find we have to find one student that have one level that can, what is it, already gets all the topics or the objects, the topics or the materials, the classroom materials, and then we make them as the teacher, become the little teachers. Like in my classroom, usually during the reading class, for example, in the reading class, I will ask one student that already can read fluently, and then I ask her to teach her friends to read. So remedial teachers may train up pupils who perform better in a certain subjects to become little teachers, and who will be responsible for helping schoolmates with learning difficulties in group teaching and self-study sessions, as well as outside study class. Outside class, it means during their outside class is not only usually there, what is it there? When they are playing, maybe sometimes we just like these little teachers guidance, what is it, together with the kids who needs remedial. That this one is what is it, with peer tutoring. Usually some kids more comfortable to to share, to learn with his friend or her friends, to study with his or her friends than the teachers or than the other adults. Maybe also in the high school, in the in a junior high school, I found out too that some kids more comfortable to ask to his friend or her friends about the lesson than going to the teacher. It's also happening. It also happens to my daughter. She is grade 5 now. If she feels not comfortable, she will not only come to the teachers, but she will find another students that, according to her, this student can help her to study, to understand the topic. Usually like that. So, and then they will be more comfortable, and then we also like help the kids to communicate, to be brave, to to find the information, and then rewards him. Has positive effect in enhancing pupils' motivation. It aims at guiding pupils to set their own objectives and plans and positively reinforcing their good performance. So reward scheme, you can just like make any reward scheme, like how you want to give the kids the rewards. Usually the remedial kids, they need something to motivate them, to elevate their motivation to learn. So it is good to have the reward scheme. Yeah, reward doesn't have to be expensive, but actually, yeah, it's not only about it's not about the price, but usually the kids, they don't mind with the price. They don't mind what when they get something because of their doing well, they will be happy. I think it's all happen not only for the children, also us, yeah. The adults also love to get the reward, even though it's the small thing like that. Communication with parents, other teachers, and professionals. Communication with other parents, other teachers, and professionals. Yes. So we have to communicate. We have to tell the parents when we find out the kid, the students that needs the remedial. We have to communicate it, especially with the parents. Let them know they also will be the part of our partner, as they are also they are our partner in what is it in the education. So we have to let them know. We have to let them know that their kid needs remedial, their kids need remedial, and then maybe they can help at home, like providing the movies like that. Usually in my schools, we we will write down. We usually we have weekly notice to parents, and then usually we will write the anecdotes for the kids, and then we say that your kids already can grasp the topic, but they still need she or he needs to understand this part. So we have to tell the parents to learn. We have to write down, and then we can communicate. If you don't have the notice to parents, you can just like sending the WhatsApp. Now I think WhatsApp is already like communication book, the effective communication book for all the level, I think. So we can inform the parents that their children really need the remedial. Okay. And then other teacher, we have to communicate with other teachers, maybe not only in our subjects, not only in the classroom, not only in the in the thematic lesson. Maybe they also have problems with another lessons. They have problem with PE, physical education, or maybe they have problem with the ICT, or maybe they have problems with the music. So we have to find out. Maybe not only one subject, not only one subject, they get lost. Maybe maybe other subjects, they also get lost in other subjects. And then professionals, these professionals, I mean, like if it's really important, because some of them maybe it's like already like why they need the remedial. Maybe they have something wrong, like I said just now. It's maybe they need the glasses to help them. Oh yeah, I remember this has happened to my student, one of my students. I noticed that he has difficulties. She had difficulties to read from the board. I mean, sometimes she asked, Miss, can I sit in front? But when he sat in front, he still couldn't see it. So I just like I spoke to the parents. I said to the parents that, Ibu, maybe is it can it be like you check the eyes? I mean, there are something that I noticed. Claudia cannot see clearly from the seat, so she has to move forward, or sometimes she just like stand up in front of the board and write down like that. So it's so that the parents will send the kids to the professionals, or the apa namanya, the eyes, yeah, to find to get the glasses. Okay. The next will be, okay, now this one. Okay, so far from the process of remedial teaching and then the strategies, yeah. Is there any question? I haven't checked the chat room.
Yeah, Ibu Alicia, there are some questions from the audience from YouTube and also from our meeting today. So should we should I read it right now or just continue first and then you are going to answer all of it? There are
Okay,
3 questions, Ibu Alicia.
okay, it's okay. We can just like make it as the discussion because what is it?
Okay.
Later we have another session again. I mean another topic again.
Okay, the first question is from YouTube. It's from Cikgu Anthony. I have done the remedial from my students who cannot get the score based on KKM. But after giving the remedial, I saw no impact on the remedial. We felt nothing. Also, what should the teachers do next?
Excuse me, can you repeat again? I mean, I get any.
Okay. The problem is the teacher says Bapak Anthony have done the remedial and the students cannot get has no impact after the remedial and felt nothing. And then what the teachers do next?
Oh, okay. So they don't get the impacts of doing the after doing the remedial. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, okay. Maybe okay. It happens, yeah. Maybe some of us have what is it? It happens in with us during giving the remedial. Yes, sometimes we don't find any effects after doing the remedial. That's why it happens. Usually, maybe I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Maybe we can just flashback. Okay, like that one, like I give you this one, the remedial strategies, the what is it? It's I think it's in the process of remedial teaching. Before you do the remedial, this one, the process of remedial teaching, you can do this. You can see the curriculum first. So the curriculum adaptation is like you see what is the objectives of the curriculum and then how you adapt it. I mean, what happened with this kid? Like, for example, you have the aims, right? The aims of the objective of learning. So the objective of the learning, which part that this kid cannot understand. So that's why it's very important to do this, the process of remedial teaching. Firstly, you have to do the curriculum adaptation. You have to see which part that this kid, these students don't get, don't understand. Okay, so that one, and then after that you can formulate the teaching plans, and then like I said, the the teaching, the aspect can be like practical or theories. It can be done in one of them practical. So it based on the students the students way of learning, and then which one that, of course, as the teacher we already understand our students. I mean our students, yeah, we understand our student, the likeness already have something that we know how he can grasp the lesson and how he can understand the lesson. So formulating the teaching plan is very important. So maybe that one can help you so that your remedial can bring the impacts, the curriculum adaptation, the formulating teaching plans, and then setting the learning environment. I think the homework later on, yeah, the setting the learning environment, it's very important. If you set the setting environment, so the kids can be like understanding what is it, kids will be so feel comfortable during the the remedial. They can get more even than in the classroom. And then the policies of the homework, When you give the homework, of course, the homework, the remedial student, the student who needs remedials, it is better for me. It is better if you give like continuing homework. It's more like what do we call it? It's more like practicing for them, practicing at home, so that they can is faster. They can get faster to understand the topic. Is it answering the question?
Yeah, I think it's answering the question, Ibu Olivia. So we are going to go on to the next one. The next question is from Pak Bapak Supriyanto from Indramayu. Can guidance and counseling teachers be involved in remedial programs, and how to play them? Guidance and counseling teachers in remedial implementation.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, the professionals just now, right? The professional. This it is can be like the counselor, the school counselor can be the part of the remedial program. See, many problems with the kids usually. It's not only about maybe what is it? When they need the remedial, it's not only because they don't understand the topic, they don't get the point of the lesson. Maybe there is something else, that they need, even though it's the personal life, like the family problems, maybe that can be. So that's why if we involve the guidance and counseling, of course the counselors, it's very good. It's very good. It helps the remedial program more successful, like that. So yeah, you Pak Supriyanto, you can discuss with the school counselor. Maybe this kid needs something needs something to say, but it is difficult. Maybe the counselors can come and then talk with them and then listen to them, and then yeah, who knows, yeah, sometimes sometimes the students, they afraid of the teacher, so they don't understand the lesson. It's okay. So we as the teacher, we also have to be open-minded. Oh, okay, maybe during the lesson the children doesn't the student not feeling comfortable to learn with us. Okay, so it is good if you can involve the counselors. Counselors really help with the kids that needs remedial. Any question, Bu?
I think there is one more question it's not clear enough when we need to differentiate some I cannot get different from this perspective. I would like to should I read it? It's okay.
Miss Mia, your voice is not clear.
Yeah.
Okay, because the point is not clear, I think we have to get it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Which one is it? The question from Mr. The Day?
Yeah.
Mr. The Day, yeah.
Yeah.
The remedial questions are chosen from the questions that students made mistake to be done. What do you think? Oh, okay. The remedial questions are chosen from the questions that students made mistake to be done. What do you think? Give me, maybe there are two possibilities. There are two possibilities. One, if only one student doesn't understand the question, so it means that kids, we can say there is something wrong with the student. But if it's like half of the classroom don't understand the question, that will be a big question. That will be a big question. So that will be a big question. So why should we give the question again? I mean, we can change the questions. We can change the question, and then it is like what is it? We find another one, and then like that one, maybe it's like lower down the level of question so that the student can answer the question. Is it like that, Mr. Today? Okay, it's the question from the YouTube, yeah. Yeah, okay. Any questions? Again?
There is a big question from people that it is the same question from the
Ibu Mia, sorry, I cannot hear you clearly.
oh yeah, sorry. There is another question that is the same question from Tutoring.
Oh, can you just type it here? Sorry, can you just type it? It's not clear. I'm sorry. The question.
Wait. Hello?
Hello?
Is it clear? Oh, okay. Is it clear enough, Ibu Olivia?
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay. There is another question, but it's the same questions from Bapak Supriyanto. So I think it's already answered by Ibu Olivia.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. So far, what about the answer? Is there anyone want to add or anyone want to say something about what I'm saying? Maybe you have another ideas about the answers.
Okay, come on, Bapak Ibu. If there is something you would like to add in this discussion.
Oh, Pak
Oh,
Nowo. Pak Nowo raising hand. You want to say, Pak? Yes, Pak, please.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I come from Tuban, East Java. I have a problem. In regular class, we have a student. He is a disability student. So he attend the school until 12 o'clock. But in fact, they should end the class at 4 p.m. So the student lost some material, and of course, the student has remedial how to solve the problem. He is disability student. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. What is the what special needs? Like, is it autism or is there any syndrome? Pak Nowo?
Yeah, he cannot walk,
He cannot walk.
but he want permission at 12 o'clock.
At 12 o'clock. Disabilities. Sorry, disabilities. Okay.
Yeah, disability.
Okay. Disabilities. Oh, okay. Is it permanent or?
Yes, permanent.
It's a permanent. Okay. If case like that, if the case is like that, usually the school can discuss with the parents. Maybe the parents can provide the what is it? Yeah, like the teacher, the shadow teachers, the shadow teacher for the student. This shadow teacher will be helping the student at home to deliver the lesson that the student don't get. I mean, she went home, she, right?
He.
She went home at she goes home every 12 o'clock every day, right?
Yes, every day.
Okay. So she misses the lesson from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
so
right.
that one, the school can communicate with the parents and then ask the parent to have the shadow teachers if it's like that, because the school also have to have to say have to deliver to the parents about the objectives of the lesson, like that. Is there any problems when she tries to understand the topic? Is the kids have problem?
Sorry, I don't know because I haven't taught him. I am at 11 and 12. He is a 10-year student. So I have met him.
Haven't met
Yeah,
the
I have not.
maybe you what is it, your school, yeah, I said my suggestion, your school can what is it, can let the student meet the counselor, the school counselors, and then after that, with some facts, you can talk to the parents, maybe because of 1 to 4 o'clock, of course, it's still lesson time, right? You have a lot of the lesson that delivered. So you can discuss with the parents, maybe you can ask for the shadow teacher. That's my suggestion.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, Pak. Anyone else? Maybe you want to raise hand. How to play them? Oh, all right. How to play them? Is it a question from Pak Vivoy, right? In the chat room? I found a question.
Yeah, it's from Pak Vivo, but it's also the same question from Pak Supriyanto.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. All right. Okay. Any other question? Okay. If it's not, then I'll just like continue with my slides. So far, the process. Oh, Bu Siti Amalia, yes.
My name is Oli. I want to ask some question. Is my voice is clear?
Yes.
Okay. There are 5 assessment, pen and paper test, portfolio or project or so on and so on. If we choose not pen and paper test because we do not want to student get remedial, so we choose another assessment like a discussion or doing something hands-on. Is it okay for the teacher to choose that idea?
Yeah, it's okay. What is it? There are many ways that we can record the students understanding, right? It's not only like writing the summative or writing the formative. It's also like doing the conversation, like the what is it, the interview with the kids. So we can ask them question, then we just note down. Usually it's like the summative. You can ask the question of the summative, but you can do it the summative in a what is it, in the interview or in the conversation. And then we know it, right? We know it that it's the question that actually is for the summative, so we can just noting down that. So there are many ways to record the students understanding, actually, not only like the writing assessment. Maybe they can also like doing the or you can ask them to make. We can ask them to make the what we call it, diorama, like that, right? Or the posters, but it should be it should be based on the objective, the learning objectives, and then it can help you help the teachers to get the points or the scores for the lesson, like that.
Yeah. So the teacher is not busy for remedial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also part of the remedial doing that. Yeah, so the remedial is not only like in the classroom and then what is it, doing the same paper test like that. But you can do like talking to the kids, like interview, or like doing another project, giving them another project. That's also part of the remedial. So because from the what is it, from the, for example, like the project, like making the diorama, of course we can just like note down how far he understands the topic that we delivered in the classroom.
I mean, the teacher choose their teaching strategies is not give pen and paper test at the end of the material, because the teacher don't want student get a lower score and do remedial. So the teacher strategy is doing hands-on or performance test or anything, not pen and paper test. It's okay for teacher to choose that idea,
Yeah,
to choose that strategy to prevent the remedial.
yeah, that can be part of the remedial. Yeah,
Okay, Miss Oli, thank you.
you're welcome. Anyone else? Let's okay. We have now. I'm going to continue with another slides. If you don't have any question, maybe teaching strategies already this one. Okay, now we are talking about, just now I'm talking about the reward scheme. Okay, this one is how you want to reward your students after doing. Usually, like I said, the remedial students, they have like interest, they have like confidence, and then I mean, they just like, they actually if you ask, do you want to do the remedial, they will say no. Okay, so maybe the reward can help them, can motivate them to do the joining the remedial. So this is the reward scheme. Maybe this can help you how to make the how to give the reward to the kids. Set the clear specific. First step is set clear and specific targets. For example, requirement on the score of dictation and numbers of student of assignments submitted. And then set the achievable objectives. We have to set the achievable objectives. Like this objective should be able to be achieved by the student. So if it's like, for example, in the classroom, the learning objectives in the classroom is higher, so we can just like lower down. And then after that, give diversified rewards, including verbal recommendation or prizes to accommodate pupils' interest. Give rewards instantly. And then the fourth, you can do review and revise the reward scheme regularly and invite parents to help children improve their work. So this is the reward scheme. The reward scheme. Any question for this? This is the reward scheme. Maybe to set clear and specific targets. So when you want to give the rewards, you don't just like give the rewards, but you already know, like, so your reward will be effectively given to the kids that can finish or can gaps one topic, like that. Okay, let me continue again. Okay, before assignment, I hear designing the homework. Like, we just know that we have the homework policy, so designing the homework. So firstly, the homework should have clear objectives. The remedial students, they have problem with understanding the objectives, and then the understanding of the instruction. So they really need the clear objective, and then also later on in the homework, it should be clear. The instruction should be clear. The homework should have clear objectives and can accommodate the level and needs of pupils. The form and contents of homework should be of a great variety, so as to develop pupils' creativity, self-learning, and collaborative skills. And then the third, the homework should match the content taught in the classroom. See, this is very important. The homework should match with the content taught in the classroom. So if you teach the addition, then give the homework addition. If you think you want to challenge the kids, then don't make it as the part of that you score, like that. And then teachers should give simple and clear instruction. These remedial kids, they need simple and clear instruction. Yeah, maybe for some, from other kids, it's okay to give long description of instruction, but for this kid, they only need simple. Like for example, for the higher level kids, like clap your hands 2 times and jump while jumping. But for the kids who need remedial, you cannot give that instruction. You have to give the instruction one by one, just like clap your hand, one, jump. Okay, so should be simple and clear. And the fifth, assign appropriate amount of homework each day. So maybe you can assign each day homework, but it's appropriate amount. As long as at school the student repeat the lesson, doing the repeating study at home. So you can give homework every day. Maybe just only one question or one math problems like that. No need to be like long, but long project is okay. Like for example, for a week you make this. For example, you make the music instrument from the box, for example, or from the old from the used box. It's okay, but as long as it's longer time. Yeah, and then we have to check it every day. We have to confirm to the kids how far you're doing it. Is there any difficulties? So we have to ask them. And then the last one, and mechanical drills should be avoided. This one. So sometimes we want to drill the student. Like for example, we do the drillings in math, like mental maths. I think we should avoid it for a while because it's not about they can do do counting faster, but slower, but they can get the point. And teachers should make good use of the homework as a tool for evaluation and feedback to enhance the motivation and effectiveness of learning. Okay, so the homework will be effective for the feedback and evaluation. From the homework, we can check. From the homework, we can check so far his or her understanding. By the parents, yeah, helped by the parents. Usually we can find out which one that is helped by the parents or not. So it is better we also check the homework carefully, and then we can also communicate with the parents whether the kid's doing it by himself or herself, or the parents help, or maybe they have the private tutor to help, like that. But actually, if the parents or they have the private tutor helps them doing the homework, that will be great. So the parents and then the tutor can give the explanation, can explain the kids, and then hopefully that one can help them to understand the topic, the lesson. Okay. Any question for designing the homework? Am I too fast? Any question?
Any questions, Bapak Ibu, from the Zoom room?
It's about designing the homework or maybe the scheme, the reward scheme. No?
I think there's no one.
Okay, it's okay. Let's continue. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
This one. And I will go back here. This is about the remedial. Okay, wait. Here. Assessment and record on learning. Like just now, we have the formative and summative. So formative and summative, of course. The remedial also needs this both, yeah, assessment to do the students who do the remedial also needs to do this formative and summative. teachers can understand and assess the learning abilities of pupils from their daily works and homework, as well as individual or group projects. Yeah. So from the daily activities, we can also notice, is the student understand or not with the topic? Does the student understand or not with the topic? So we can just like, oh, student A needs the remedial, or student B needs the remedial, but only for this part. So it's very important for us to check the student work. Sometimes I also feel so lazy with piles of checking, but actually checking is very important to know whether our objective, the classroom objective, achieved or not by all the classes. The summative, with reference to the progress of teaching, teachers may assess the performance of students by means of the examination text.
Olivia, I'm sorry, the time
Yes.
is up. It's 5 minutes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, that one maybe, and then maybe one more. I have this one, handling last one, handling students' behavior problems. I think for the summative and formative, everyone already understand it. Handling the students' behavior and problems. Okay, how to handle students' behavior and problems, because sometimes it happens with the student who needs the remedial. Always observe the performance of pupils in class and their behaviors in group. Keep in close contact with parents to find out the cause of pupils' behavior problems. Establish close relationship with the pupils. Develop mutual trust and listen carefully of what they say. Help pupils to build up self-confidence and a healthy self-image. Give positive reinforcement to pupils' good behavior, like giving the rewards, and do not pay undue attention to their misbehavior. Okay, help pupils understand the effect of their behavior on the other as well as their own selves, and do not try to change all the deviant behavior of pupils at once. So no, that one we have to be stepwise. Okay, any question, or is it time's up so fast?
Yeah, the time is up.
Yeah.
Olivia. I'm sorry. We
It's
could
okay.
just remind us on the chat.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Luckily that we just discuss one by one the questions, yeah, so that everyone can ask the question. I mean, I also can answer the question from them.
Yeah, you already answered the
Okay.
questions, Ibu Olivia.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
thank you very much, Ibu Olivia, for the materials. What a wonderful day. I just want to give a little 3 highlights that have been shared by Ibu Olivia. The first one is remedial classes are designed to close the gaps between what students know and what they expected. And then the students help students, we teachers need to help students to know their potentials. And also peer tutorings. Teachers usually forget about peer tutoring, that students can give a little tutor with another friends in the class. Okay, those 3 highlights may end up my sentence here. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time. I will give it back to Pak Salahuddin, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome, Bumia.
Okay, dear all participants, we have come to the end of today's webinar on what is remedial class and why some students need it. I hope this webinar has been informative and insightful for all of you. And I would like to extend my gratitude to our speakers, Ms. Olivia, for sharing their expertise and valuable insight for us. Your contribution have been immensely helpful in shedding light on the importance of remedial classes and how they can benefit students who need additional support in their studies. And also I would like to thank to Miss Mia as a moderator who committed to making this webinar informative, engaging, and interactive. And also a big thank to all coordinators of TOT Jabar, to Miss Ari, Miss Amel, and Mr. Joko, and Mr. Ridwan. And I would also like to thank all the participants who took the time to join us today. Your active participation and engagement have made this webinar a success. We hope that you have gained a new knowledge and perspective that can help you in your respective fields. Yeah. To all participants, we remind those who haven't filled in their attendance. The link is already available in the Zoom chat. Please fill in correctly, and the certificate will be shared via private network using WhatsApp 5 days from now. Lastly, as we enter the holy month of Ramadan, let us remember the importance of continuous learning and self-improvement. Let us also continue to support and encourage those who may need additional assistance in their studies. We hope to see you again in our future webinars. And let's close this webinar by reciting Hamdalah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ibu Olivia, and everyone, Bu Siti.